of students who are all in the traditional track of the BSN program. We are all progressing at the same pace, so we're all in the same classes every semester. And it also means that we have moved through the honors program at roughly the same speed, even though people's projects start to take on a life of their own. So when we began the honors program, we began with the people we had just met, and we condensed into this die-hard group.
I wasn't really afraid, or I really didn't have any fears, but I guess I didn't exactly know what to expect as to how intense our projects could get and the obstacles that we would face during our research and getting participants and items that we needed for research. There's just a lot of things that I didn't know was a part of the entire research process, and now I think we've all found that there's always going to be some barriers. So it's a good experience, but I wasn't personally afraid or had any fears.
Really intimidated by working with the dean, but she's a person just like the rest of me. And it's really nice to meet all the faculty, make a lot of connections in this program. Like even just interviewing to find your mentor, or we've had different professors throughout the whole, they haven't been our professors the entire time. So it's been really just enlightening and awesome to be able to work with these really accomplished faculty from all different areas of research, which kind of, I think, helped us get a feel for what we wanted to do.
I'm a non-traditional student. This is my second degree, and I have a small child and a husband at home. So when we were talking about this invitation to do the honors program, it was something that we discussed, my husband and I, about what it would really mean, how much extra money and extra time it would cost. And our approach in the beginning was that it was kind of very nebulous and unclear, so we said, we'll take it semester by semester. So we'll start and see how it goes, and by the time I got through the third semester, I was hooked.
After I met my mentor was when I really started getting excited about it. Once I think I had a project in mind to really get me going and get me excited about it, because up until then it was like this abstract idea of what we were maybe going to do someday, and then we actually started working on it, and it became something of our own that we could actually feel proud of.
I think the support is in the details. It's knowing that Lauren and I got to go and present our research together, and there was someone that we knew and that we were going through the process together and creating the poster. There was somebody else to talk about that process with and to bounce the details back and forth with. And since our projects are all very different, I think you find that hearing about other people and their progress and where they're at kind of gives you a little bit of perspective on how you're going, because it can be a very tunnel vision kind of thing when you're in the middle of your data collection, you're processing things, and I don't know what's happening anymore. To be able to come in and sit down and hear that everybody else is pretty much in the same place, it means you're exactly right on track.
I think it's a very supportive environment, because we all are going through the exact same thing in other aspects of nursing school, and it's such a small, intimate environment here. We can share things about other things, joke around about other things, keep it light, and then we can also really help each other with what's going on with our research and bring it back while still in a light, fun mood where we're not so stressed, and we do have fun with it. So I think that's definitely an important part. I think we also have just such great resources here. Our mentors are wonderful, and also having Dean Broom and Dr. Hendricks here helping us, if we're weary about something, they are here to answer our questions. It's always coming back to class and being you're fine, everything's right on track. And if it's not on track, they know the resources to get you there. They'll personally help you do what you need to do. So it's just really reassuring. Everyone is very supportive of what you're doing.
Yeah, I would say they're very grounding. So probably, I think for a lot of us at the very beginning, it's hard to identify how far you can take your project. And you have, at the very beginning, these grand schemes of, oh, I really want to do this, and I want to do this, and you don't really realize how much this is. So I think that was one of the biggest things that a lot of us had to deal with, and Dr. Hendricks and Dr. Broom both continuously would sit down and be like, okay, well, I like the idea, but that seems out of scope, so why don't we pull it back and just focus on this one individual piece? So the meetings that we have, I think that's probably been the most beneficial, is to just, you are on track, stay in scope, and then kind of pat you on the back and keep going.